Hi, wrestling fans, and welcome to a late Friday night or early Saturday edition, whenever you're seeing this, of AIWF Ringside Wrestling. I am Mad Matt Carter, flying solo tonight. As you know, Deal with the Steel is this weekend. It's our AIWF's biggest show of the year, all steel cage matches, the oldest all steel cage match show in professional wrestling. Yes, it was founded right here in the AIWF Mid-Atlantic back in 1997. First show took place in Stewart, Virginia. Right now we're running in Mount Airy, and the big cage is going up tomorrow. You do not want to miss this. Hey, and the reason I'm joining you for this last minute preview, we had a lot of things that have happened since our last edition of AIWF Ringside Wrestling. We've got a lot of comments from the wrestlers that we want to share with you. Plus, we're going to run down the entire card for you as well. A lot of this stuff you've already seen on our AIWF Mid-Atlantic Facebook page, or maybe you haven't. So that's why we're bringing it to you tonight, and we're going to show it to you now. Our first comments are from Joe Harrison, and they took place after he had wrestled on a promotion in Northern North Carolina, I believe in King, North Carolina, called Foothills Wrestling Association. And it's some very interesting comments, and we are going to take you to those right now.
Just took care of business at FWA. I am the first ever Foothills Fanny Pack champion. In fact, I'm a 4-time champion now. But what the hell are you doing?
Look, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your moment or anything, but you know, I've been at AIWF. I've seen what's been going on with you and Mickey, and as somebody who's kind of going through the same thing, man, good luck.
Good luck to you too.
Thank you.
That was certainly strange. Joe Harrison and David Parrish shaking hands? What in the world is going on there? Well, that did not set too well with Joe Harrison's opponent come Saturday. And so, and we're talking about Mickey Fulp. And so Mickey Fulp had these comments, and we're going to take you to those right now.
You know, this morning, I actually got a chance to watch the videos that Joe Harrison and AIWF Mid-Atlantic posted last night. I couldn't help but laugh while I was watching it, because it's Joe Harrison being the same old self-centered asshole Joe Harrison that he's always been. Like, Joe, you can't keep your eye on the ball. Do you understand what I'm saying, man? You would much rather sit around on your ass at home taking pictures with a world title than you would be a fighting, defending world champion. Because we had those world tag titles for 4 months, Joe, and we defended them twice. Let's be honest here. I was begging any and all comers. Well, anytime I came to you and said, hey, they want to bring us up here, they want to bring us down there. That'd be your response. Just, can't. And then I see this video this morning, and it's the same old bullshit, Joe. You are focusing more on being buddy-buddy with David Parrish than you are focusing on Saturday night. You see, because Saturday night, not only are we stepping inside of a cage, Joe, we are stepping inside of a cage for an I Quit match at the biggest show of the year, Deal with the Steel. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say you're welcome, because win, lose, or draw, you're getting the biggest payday that you've ever had in professional wrestling because of me. Hell, you should really be telling me thank you for carrying you on my damn back for 4 years. And you know what? After I beat your ass on Saturday night and make you say I quit, I'm also going to make you thank me. Thank me for all those years, and thank me for making a star out of you. Because if it wasn't for me, them idiots up in Mount Airy wouldn't give a damn about you. You wouldn't make a single dime off of them, and we all know that's what you want right there, is that green dollar. You're like a greedy politician. Yeah, that's exactly what you should be doing instead of professional wrestling, is being a damn politician, because you're so full of shit. You could be a commode sitting in somebody's house. That's okay, Joe. all that's okay because, again, Saturday night, you're saying, I quit. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Wow. Mickey Fulp he is determined. All right. So, but that wasn't it. The war words still kept going. And we heard from Joe Harrison again. And we're going to show you that clip real quick here as soon as I can get it queued up and pulled up. But just bear with me here a second. I'm flying solo tonight. So, all right. And so Joe Harrison had these comments directed back toward Mickey Fulp. Let's take a look and a listen.
Mickey Fulp, you want to run your mouth and talk about what kind of man I am. Why am I in this business? For 11 years, I have busted my ass for this dream, for this passion, for this desire, for the only damn thing that I have wanted my entire life, and that is to be a professional wrestler. You want to say, I'm in it for the money, that you carried me. I carried you. For 4 years, every locker room we went in, they said, don't trust Mickey Fulp. He's a politician. He's going to use you. And I trusted you. You said you wanted to turn your back on me, and you made me a damn fool. And not only that, you couldn't do it to my face. You had to wait till my back was turned. And then you get some stupid stipulation where I couldn't touch you. When on August 19th, that stipulation ends. And the time for talking is over. There's no escape. There's no running anymore. On August 19th, I am going to make you say, I quit. And you will know, without a shadow of a doubt, that there is no comparison to Joe Harrison, bitch.
Ooh, strong language there. Probably should have warned you before we got started that those two interviews were going down. But those, Mickey Fulp and Joe Harrison, are scheduled to meet in an I Quit match. We're going to review the whole card with you before we go. But it's important to remember that's a lot of years of friendship, you know, kind of right down the tubes, really. It's unfortunate, but let's see. We also, some interesting comments came in this week from Seth Clayton Burns about something going on up there. I'm trying to find, because we got comments from Buddy Flowers also this week, but I can't seem to find that video. And I apologize for that, because I want to give you a point and counterpoint, but I don't see the Buddy Flowers video. Just bear with me. I want to find them both, but I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and hear comments from Seth Clayton Burns, because he has some very, very interesting news about Case and Kane and Deal with the Steel that I think you're going to find very interesting. So let's take a look at one of the newest and most surprising individuals that have come into the Mid-Atlantic in quite a while, Seth Clayton Burns. I don't know if I'd call him manager or player coach, but let's take a look and a listen to what he has to say as we head toward Deal with the Steel.
I have just received word that Casey Kane is GQ's Man of the Year. Unfortunately, that means that he will not be able to compete at Deal with the Steel against you, Mr. Buddy Flowers. But that's fine. Because, Buddy, when the dust was kicked up and everyone's going around, what's Buddy Flowers going to do? I had a suggestion. I said, let's give Buddy someone he's never had a match with. Let's give Buddy someone who a couple years ago could possibly have been the baddest guy walking the block. A man who would do anything to win. Let's give Buddy Flowers a competitor. Someone of equal, and dare I say, maybe just even a hair above Case and Kane. Give Buddy Flowers Seth Clayton Burns. And here's the match now. Buddy Flowers versus SCB inside the confines of a 15-foot high steel cage. And Buddy, I know what you're thinking. This is a manager, the commentator, a walk in the park. You're going to kick me around all over Mount Airy, North Carolina. Buddy, let me warn you. This ain't the SCB who's been hiding from fights, who's been walking away when the match has been offered. This is SCB who's hungry, who wants to prove a point that when the push comes to shove, when I lace my boots up one more time, I still got it, buddy. And in my heart of hearts, you know it to be true, Buddy Flowers. A caged animal will do crazy things, and you got me in a cage where I will do whatever it takes to win and put Buddy Flowers out of commission for good.
Anything but humble. Seth Clayton Burns right there for you, wrestling fans. And yes, evidently he is going to be taking on Buddy Flowers. I got to give Seth Clayton Burns credit, man. He is not, he's not just all talk. And I wanted to find the Buddy Flowers video because he did an interview inside of a swimming pool today that was very unusual, and I really got a kick out of it. Let me check somewhere else real quick here. Yeah, live to tape, boy. We spare every expense here on Ringside Wrestling. And I'm gonna see if I can find. No, it's not there. No. Okay, maybe they took it down. I don't know. I thought it was great, but it ain't up to me to do this stuff. But let's bring you back up to speed. Okay. We got this video. Now, we showed this last week on AIWF Ringside Wrestling. It looked like it was going to be an interview with Dalen about what was going on with the Fighters Club, but then things took a sour turn, and then this happened. Let's look and relive it again. This was after a show, I believe, at AML in Winston-Salem in the parking lot. So let's go in and take a closer look, would you?
How do you feel about Fighters Club right now?
Fighters Club.
Shut up. What's that? Oh.
Let me ask you something, Justin. Let me ask you something. 3, 4, 6, 7 months. You won't give up. Why won't you give up? You would have locked me in a steel cage? Me? J-A-C! So be it, buddy. You think this has been hell since? I'm an MMA fighter, idiot! I live in there! You're dead. August 19th. Deal with the steel. You're dead!
Very conspicuous by his absence there was David Parrish. I thought to tie it into what we saw earlier with he and Joe Harrison. But don't let that whole thing fool you. Justin Flash may be down, but he's not out. And Justin Flash had comments that he sent from a very pretty location this morning. I think by the Dan River, if I'm not mistaken, but we will hear Justin Flash's comments right now.
You know, this spot here in my hometown of Danville, Virginia, this is where I come to do a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting. One thing I've been reflecting on is the last year in AIWF Mid-Atlantic, where I've been pursuing the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship, being held by none other than Jack. And going back to December of last year, I had my first opportunity to face Jack for the title. And as we all know, he has friends nearby that just have to get involved when they see the opportunity is right. And in the end, Jack scored the pinfall. Fast forward to Spring Jam. I get my second opportunity to face Jack for the title in an Ironman match. A 30-minute Ironman match. And when it was all said and done, regardless of the excuses or the reasons, Jack was again the winner. Now I needed to earn some new opportunity. I needed something to get me back in the title picture. After losing twice to Jack, I had to earn another opportunity. So Money in the Piggy Bank came around, and I get plugged into the match. And even though Jack tried to stop me from gaining that contract, I still walked away with it. I decided to cash in when I thought was an opportune time. Not thinking of the situation, I hand the contract over to the Fighters Club pocketed referee, thinking, oh, this is it. This is my time. And for those of you that don't know or didn't see what happened, once again, Jack walked away, still your champion. But AIWF, somebody was watching this time. Somebody in AIWF was watching and came out to right the wrongs. And now I get one more opportunity to face Jack for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship at Deal with the Steel tomorrow at Veterans Park in Mount Airy. I am not leaving without the title this time. I've made promises before. But this time I promise I am leaving the champion, and I am not breaking that promise, and Jack is not leaving your champion still. I am going to be the one to take the title off of his waist and put it into this reign of terror that I've seen it to be. Jack, if you're listening, just know it's still in the back of my mind what you did to me last week in Winston-Salem when you jumped me in the parking lot with your buddies as always. But in that steel cage, it's just going to be me and you. And if your friends want to get involved, they're going to have to go over top of the steel cage, and I will see them coming. So whatever you have to do to try and hold on to your title, you go ahead and do it. Just know I am beating you this time once and for all.
There you have it from Justin Flash. He is determined. And if you'd like to see what he's talking about jumping in the ring with the money in the piggy bank, and with Dalen being the referee, that's available on the Roku channel. It's the Don Carson Memorial Tag Team Tournament Finals. And you can see that it's now currently on our AIWF network, on Roku. It is absolutely free of charge on all Roku devices. All you have to do, folks, is search AIWF Network. Now, let's get to the rundown of everything going on at Deal with the Steel. It is probably today, if you're watching this now, it's August 19th, Saturday, August 19th. Every match will be inside a steel cage. It's at Veterans Park on Lebanon Street in Mount Airy. Tickets are $12 for the floor, $10 general admission. The doors open at 6:30, bell time at 7:30. However, we have a whole afternoon of activities planned for you, folks. The gates will open at 4 o'clock for our big kickball game. Fans and wrestlers will divvy up the teams even like, and so you can play kickball with your favorite and your least favorite wrestlers. The main building will open at 6:15. We'll have our Hall of Fame ceremony. Let's see, Tiny Tim Dolan going in there, Sebastian Kane going in there, and one of the South Carolina guys, we used to call him Frodo. I can't remember his real, I'm sorry, his name slips my mind, AC, I'm so sorry. But Hall of Fame is at 6:30, pre-show at 7 o'clock, and Deal with the Steel itself begins at 7:30. Again, tickets are $12 for the floor, $10 for the bleachers, and the one ticket gets you in for everything. All right. We know we're going to see Buddy Flowers and Seth Clayton Burns. That should be very interesting. But here are the matches that we have for you. All right. Long time coming. AIWF hardcore legend, Brian Danzig. Will this be his last match? I don't know. He says he's going to beat Ty Tyson, take the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Hardcore Championship, and bring it back into retirement with him because he feels that it's his title. It's a dog collar match. It's not going to be touching turnbuckles either. This is going to be decided by pinfall or submission. They won't be able to get away from each other. That chain is only about 8 to 10 feet long. This is going to be brutal, folks. This is not going to be classic catch-as-catch-can wrestling. This is going to be a fight. And it's liable to get very ugly, if you know what I mean. It's going to probably be bloody. Ty Tyson against Brian Danzig, taking place at Deal with the Steel, basically tonight, August 19th at 7:30 p.m. Also, we heard from both Mickey Fulp and Joe Harrison. No comparison, Joe Harrison. How did this get so personal so quick? I think Mickey Fulp and Joe both answered those questions in their interviews that we just heard. This is going to be a dogfight as well. I quit match. No titles on the line here, folks. This is just personal. And it sounds like the tension's been building up for, according to Mickey Fulp, 4 years, but really like the last 4 months when they were world tag team champions. He claims that Joe was a closet champion. Joe says that's not true. I don't know if we'll ever find out the answer to that question, but one way or another, somebody's probably going to get hurt in this. I quit match. Match can only end when somebody says into the microphone, I quit. All right. Also on the card that night, this is one that's got a tremendous amount of interesting from us old school wrestling fans. The Playboy Alex Bryant and Ironhead Matt Anderson have kind of not gotten along too well since Alex decided he was going to challenge Matt for the title. They just kind of butted heads here, there, everywhere. Matt Anderson does not think Alex Bryant is serious, that he's too confident, he's too cocky. Alex Bryant thinks he's going to catch Ironhead Matt Anderson slipping. This is for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Television Championship, and I'm really looking forward to this because one thing I can tell you, Alex Bryant is a fantastic athlete. His leaping ability, his cardio, he's an incredible athlete. But Ironhead Matt Anderson has been around for a while, folks, and I'm telling you, the man cannot be shaken emotionally. He is the Iceman. Ice water runs through his veins. He never gets worked up. He never gets excited. When he lost the television championship to Gorilla Q, he rolled out of the ring and looked at me and said, he got me tonight. All right, we'll see. 2 weeks later, he wins it back. This guy, I'm telling you, there's ice water in his veins. This is going to be a hell of a match right here. Don't sleep on it. Comes your way Saturday night, Deal with the Steel. Here's one we're really looking forward to. Azriel, David Parrish of the Fighters Club put the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Tag Team title on the line against the team that is new somewhat to the Mid-Atlantic area, but not really to wrestling in general. They're all over the place. Jeff Flowers and Sin Crowley, they kind of look like, the goth guy and the country boy. They're kind of, hodgepodge, mismatch, whatever you want to say. Don't be fooled by the appearance, folks. They are a well-seasoned tag team. They're used to working together, and they are very effective. This is going to be a huge challenge for the Fighters Club coming up inside the steel cage. Now, one that has generated a lot of interest from all of us, Clara, who has just absolutely been mailing it in her last few title defenses with referee Dalen by her side. She's got somebody that'll go right to her throat in Jada Stone. Will Clara come to the ring without a special referee? Will she have somebody neutral, one of the neutral referees like T.W. Rose or Reggie Cassidy? Who's going to referee the match? I think will impact a lot in this. Clara is a star, no doubt about it. Jada Stone, a star, no doubt about it. And all we are hoping for, fans, is that we see a straight up match with no crooked officiating. I think it's Deal with the Steel. If things get crazy, weapons, chairs, that stuff, type of stuff, inside the steel cage, pretty much no DQ all the way around. Nobody cares about that stuff. We just want to see it called right down the middle. And if we can get that, may the best woman win. And I think this right here is going to be Clara's toughest test for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Women's Championship she's had so far. Even though she's beaten Jada before, Jada Stone is ready. We know that. And this is going to be one hell of a match. Don't sleep on it. And the big one, JAC defends against Justin Flash for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. And folks, I don't know what to say. Justin Flash has come up short. You get a drink of water right there. He's come up short a few times. I have a feeling this is his last shot. Can he get it done? He told us by the river Friday morning that he's not leaving Mount Airy without that title. So there it is. Deal with the Steel takes place 7:30 bell time, Saturday, August 19th, probably today, as you're watching this on YouTube and hearing it on podcast. Do not miss it. Join us at Veterans Park. This is going to be absolutely spectacular. If you're not in the Mount Airy area and you can't make it, we will be back here on Sunday night on Facebook Live and YouTube and podcast platforms everywhere to tell you all about it on AIWF Ringside Wrestling. So don't fret. But if you can get there, if you are within 200 miles of Mount Airy, saddle up and come on down. Put Veterans Memorial Park, Mount Airy into your GPS and do not miss this. This is going to be one of the best Deal with the Steel cards in many years. So we want to have you there. All right, there's your Deal with the Steel preview, folks. Hope to see you at the matches later on tonight. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Sunday around 6:30 p.m. for AIWF Ringside Wrestling. I am Mad Matt Carter. And until next time, wrestling fans, so long for now.